feel good at all. So, good morning, Connecting Eras. How are you? So, I'm not feeling all that great. So, don't expect me on for too long. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Nietzsche. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I did to myself as usual. Good morning, Mia Vita. Good morning, Ella. How are things where you are, Dave? How's the world? Matt, good morning. Loki, I don't want your toy right now, baby. I love you. But Rodney, good morning. Good morning, Nanny's Nifty Thrifting. Loki's losing his mind again. There we are. So do not expect much of me. Coldish, other than that, I didn't look at the temperature. Oh, ow. Let's see. 26 Fahrenheit. Cold. 26 Fahrenheit today. Feels like 14 Fahrenheit. So not bad, considering it could feel worse. Friday, oh my God. Friday, it's going to go down to minus 22 at night. Fahrenheit. That's super cold. That's way too cold. I don't like that. It's snowing and blowing where you are. So feel free to share where you're from and what you sell so that everybody can follow everybody else. And I'll give you my weekly bundling update. I'm now up to 11 people who have weekly open boxes. You're supposed to get minus 32 centigrade Celsius, right? I'm old. I call it centigrade. So that thing that pops up, the seller offers cross shipping, bundling across shows or something. Is that when you're doing, say, 2 shows in a row? So actually, Connecting Eras, this is a new feature that's that I'm testing out for Whatnot. It's called weekly bundling. If you go to your wallet over here and click on it, you're going to see that you can toggle on weekly bundling. So I'm testing it out. There's only a few sellers that are testing it out right now in a few different categories. It's not available yet. And it's only available in Canada. Good morning, Donna. It's not available in the US of A yet. So US buyers can't take advantage of this, just Canadian buyers. So it's an opt-in, so a seller can opt in to once it's open to everybody in Canada, sellers can opt into it. They can decide whether or not they want to offer weekly bundling. This does not, by doing weekly bundling, it doesn't mean that I don't have to still ship stuff after my show. It just means for those people who want me to keep their box open for the week, I'll just keep adding to their box. So from show to show, if a buyer turns on weekly bundling and they have to opt into it, if the buyer turns on weekly bundling, then it means that throughout the week, I could do 7 shows and everything that they buy in that show is going to go into the box. So they only pay for that one big amount that first time. And then every time something new, it does not affect shipping times because so basically what it'll look like is if you look at your shipment times, it'll actually say for this week, the bundles that are open right now, the boxes that are open that people are adding to throughout the week, it says it closes January 25th. So starting January 25th, the clock will start on how long I have to ship. So it won't affect my shipping times. It won't look like if I ship out on Monday for this Monday's sales next Monday, because they're all weekly bundles, as long as they're weekly bundles, then it's not going to affect that. But you still need to ship out. If a buyer doesn't opt into weekly bundling, you still need to ship out on time. So it doesn't mean you can toggle it on and off as sellers. Yes, Marika asked, can we toggle it on and off weekly as sellers? You can toggle it on and off. I just think it makes it more confusing for your buyers. If they're sort of used to you doing weekly bundling and then you don't do weekly bundling, I think consistency is the key with anything on Whatnot. And I would recommend if you're going to do weekly bundling, do weekly bundling. Because your buyers are going to get used to coming in and having that luxury of an open box. Now, if you're a seller that only sells once a week, then weekly bundling is not something that you're going to be interested in offering your buyers. It is for those sellers who sell more than once a week and would like to be able to offer that advantage. I think it's going to make a big difference in first and foremost in trading card games, TCG, play, Pokemon, all that, because it's going to make a total difference and get rid of that. So, weekly bundling shows, say you have shows Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then one on the following. So, we connecting eras, it's the bundles start the week starts Monday at 1 minute past midnight, and the bundles close on Sunday at midnight. So it's 7 days, but it's 7 days of the calendar. So it's Monday to Sunday. So it's universal for everyone. Yeah, 7 days. That's a week. 7 days, Monday to Sunday. Everybody's weekly bundles close at Sunday at midnight. Vintiqui says, I feel it would make a huge difference once I get it. Yeah, I mean, I gotta behave and start upping my prices. Um, I'm just too. I've just been doing cheap, inexpensive start bids for so long that it's hard to get out of the habit of that. Um, because I know by the end of this week I will have used up all of my shipping adjustments because I'm using Whatnot for this week. I'm testing out using Whatnot's shipping profiles, the ones that are preset, and not using my custom shipping profiles. Um, I'm just testing it out to see. So welcome in. Feel free to share your shows and ask your questions. I saw someone said, TJKTT KT says, I've booked my next few Sunday clothing accessory shows. Would love if y'all could bookmark and stop by, possibly doing a pop-up today. Yeah, awesome. Hey, Soulless Creations. So far, yesterday's book show, I can't remember how many buyers I had, but only one person wasn't a weekly bundler. And that person was from the States. And I've already sent a message saying, are you sure you want your $4? You sure you want to pay UPS for your $4 book? So that's probably a no sale, which is okay by me because I will accept the cancellation. Rather than have a person upset, right? Because like it's just a kid's book. I'm sure they don't want to pay like $20 American, right? So I've sent the message. Yeah, you never know. So I always ask. I don't want to send and then end up with that. I mean, it's even though it's just a book to ship, it still takes work to ship it, and it still takes my time and energy. So I'm not going to start wrapping it and everything until I know for sure that the person wants it. But I'm also being fair to my customer by saying, you know what, if you don't want to pay that, you because they may not be aware. It's one of those ones where I saw them. How many of you have been here where you see somebody come in, you see their name pop up, and then next thing you know, they've bid on the thing you're running? Like they come in and they bid right away. And then you're kind of like, oh, I don't know. Oh no. I just had that feeling, you know, sometimes you just have that feeling like, welcome in. Uh-oh, you just bid. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Especially if there's like, what always worries me is I show off an item and I explain all the problems that there are with it, and then I run the auction. But if you come in after I've already explained where all the problems are on it and then you bid, I will feel bad. I feel bad even though I can't control that, right? Um yeah. So Connecting Era says, I have vintage and antique decor coming up, pop-ups too. I will also sell VHS and also lots of jewelry. All the good old beauties. That's awesome. Vintiquity, how did your show go? I'm so sorry I missed it. I feel like poop on a stick and I fell asleep as usual. uh, watching historical crime drama. It was good. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. If you like high quality vintage jewelry, you need to be following Vintiquity, in my humble opinion. Um, Hello, Trash Panda. How are you? And welcome in everybody else. I'm sorry, I'm not saying hi to everyone. I'm not feeling all that great this morning. So you're not getting me at 100%. I think I'm at about 30% right now and dropping. I don't know why I feel so sick. I avoided people. A buyer was hesitant to buy because of the tariffs. I mean, fair. TJKT, I probably do need a coffee, but I am off coffee because I have to give my kidneys a rest. That's it's my poor kidneys have been through a lot in the last few months. So um I'm drinking a decaf green tea with a little bit of milk and honey, and it's got a coconut flavor to it. And at night I drink like hot water and some honey and some milk. Like an old lady. Like an old lady. I'm old now. And look, I'm still in my PJ top. I was just like, fork it. I feel like crap, and you guys will survive if I'm still wearing my PJ top. um Vintiqui says, I tried to explain it and encourage by telling our savings of the dollar conversion rate. Yes, I got this. I actually got this on Whatnot. I got this on Whatnot. And it's very, very comfy. I'm very glad I got it. This is very comfy. A shot of cognac warmed up for 20 seconds in the microwave. Ooh, I don't drink, so I will text you and tell you when I need one, and then you have to have the shot of cognac. You may get very drunk some nights just from my texts. Donna, I need another. Donna, pour me another shot. um oh, PB&J Trading is looking for it's a small maple leaf outline and hollow in center. Ooh, do you want to, if you want to send it to me, PB&J, and you want me to show it off, we can, or put it in the Discord. Definitely put it in the Discord. Yes. Heidi Doss is spectacular jewelry, Vintiquity. I'm absolutely stunned by the design. But yeah, PB&J, that definitely put that in the Discord, and the information about the Discord is here. And hang on, I will pin the Discord. I'll pin that first. There, that notification just went out to people. Oh, look, some eggs just popped. We got some eggs in the house. There we go. The unofficial Whatnot Canada Discord. Is there a way to see where someone is located before accepting an offer on something in your shop? I don't think so. I do not think so at all. Yeah, I don't think there's a way of seeing where they are. You could always accept if you're willing to sell it to them, you could accept the offer. And then if you see that they're a US buyer, then you could always message them and say, if you weren't aware of the costs of UPS, which I will pin. Hang on. Do I have that here? I don't have this here. You can always message them if, like, just to make sure before I ship this, that you're aware of the costs before I ship. And if you would like to cancel, I will accept the cancellation. Because that doesn't ding your account to accept a cancellation request. It dings your account if you're the one that does cancellations all the time, but not the other way around. Sorry. Catching up. The seller who sold me the collection messaged me that her husband found more at his aunt's if I want it. Ooh, Antiquity. Oh my goodness. I'm not bidding on anything at McLean's this month, no. I looked at some of the cars though. I was like, "Ooh, maybe I need a new vehicle." New to me vehicle. I had someone place an offer and they turned out to be in the US. They paid more in tariffs than the item was worth. I did message. And you know what? Some people are willing to pay more in tariffs. Some people are willing to do that. It just depends, right? There are demographics of folks, socioeconomic classes of people who do not care what the price tag is. If they want the thing, they want the thing. Um, and I think we've almost all of us have had the privilege of being there at some point in our lives where we didn't really care what the price tag was on something. We were going to buy it. Um, P&B&J says I have to get to my regular job, will be live tonight with contemporary fashion jewelry and Sunday with vintage decor. Everyone follow PB&J trading. Mia Vita says, how long will you wait if you don't hear back before you take the plunge and ship? 24 hours. I give them 24 hours. If I don't hear back after 24 hours, then I ship because I'm not going to affect my ship times. Um, Dave says, nope, never been there, even if I won the lottery. Okay. Okay. Oh wait, I did pull that up. I forgot to pin it. Sorry. There you go. So yeah, so this kind of explains buyer beware if you live in the US. All packages to the USA are going via UPS and you will pay additional customs fee when your item arrives. Now I have this is, I should edit this. I'm going to put 10 to $24 plus. I got to edit 10 to $24 plus government taxes, duties, and tariffs. Why? Due to the executive order by the guy currently in the White House, de minimis exemption on imported goods is gone. August 29th. So around the world, Postal Service services to the US have changed or been halted. Whatnot has found a workaround, which is using UPS for all Canada to US purchases. It's not Whatnot's fault. Call your representatives. Um, um, Connecting Air says it's also their onus to stay current on what brokerage fees, tariffs, and taxes and duties. They get an alert on this. They do. So one of the things Connecting Air is they get an alert. But let me see if, let me just check. I think I have my, let's see. If I go into a Canadian show. If I go into a Canadian show, no, I have to change my wallet. Hang on. I have my wallet to a Canadian address. So, boop, boop. Find another Canadian. Oh, Tchotchke's on in 3 minutes. So that's what it shows. It says additional tariffs will apply. And then it says because this seller ships from outside the US, the shipping carrier will charge tariffs before delivery. And so most people aren't going to click learn more. You click learn more and it goes to this big long thing, yada 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 yada. And it says here, in order to comply, yada yada, these tariffs will cause US buyers to pay more in duties and fees. Tariffs, duties, and fees, whatnot, are three forking different things. A tariff is a fee and it's a tax, but it's not, the tariff is a separate thing. The tariff on an item is separate from the duties and taxes owed and is separate from the customs clearance fees. Three different potential charges. So the reality is Connecting Eras that the average North American reads at a grade 6 to grade 7 level, depending on what state or province you live in. I really think Whatnot needs to be a little bit clearer than this, because this to me, also, because when you hang on, join show. She's not running anything right now, so let me go into another show that's running something. Join show. So when you when you go to a show and you're watching it, it looks like that, right? It says shipping plus taxes. Hang on, it's frozen. Plus shipping plus taxes plus tariffs. Now, one of my friends who's American, who's not an unintelligent person by any stretch of the imagination, assumed that meant that it was all in, that it was shipping plus taxes plus tariffs was $18.20. It it's not as crystal clear. English is hard to begin with, but it's not as crystal clear. So, so I think um, we can expect that mistakes will get made. And I mean, I have bought from the States, and thank you. Thank you, Louise. I love you. Thank you for, me. Dear Whatnot. I'm not always yelling at you when I say that. Everyone follow Whatnot Louise. The best thing to happen to Canada since, well, before Mark Carney was elected, actually. You were around for Whatnot Canada. Oh yeah, Louise, we love you. You have been an amazing support. And so but otherwise, the only thing I'm worried about is my box size. My box size with weekly bundling is what worries me the most, because that I guarantee you I'm not going to have a single 13 centimeter box, not a single one. So I'm bracing myself. And the thing is I know that Whatnot is a multi-billion-dollar company. You all are going to think I'm nuts. I know that Whatnot is a multi-billion-dollar company, right? Connect Harris, thank you for the tip. I get that. So I shouldn't be momming them, but I feel guilty when I use shipping adjustments. When I use my 5 free shipping adjustments up, I feel guilty. But I keep saying make our boxes bigger. But I do feel guilty for using up the shipping adjustments. And maybe that's a Canadian thing. I don't know. Maybe that's like I grew up around parents who didn't parent the way maybe parents should. It wasn't gentle parenting, that's for sure. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just filled with guilt. I did convert to Catholicism, so there's that added guilt of like Catholic guilt. I don't know, but I feel guilty. I just feel like oh, thank you, Connecting Eras. You're so sweet. So yeah. I just feel guilty when I use up my 5 free shipping adjustments. And I guess they're there for a reason, but I know come Monday I'm going to use up all my 5 free shipping adjustments because I got 11 orders to go out, and all those boxes are going to be big. But I wanted to test it using the 13 centimeter box. I wanted to test it using Whatnot's shipping profiles to see what that was like, compared to me having to figure out a custom shipping profile that that would work across all of the genres that I sell in. Because I sell little mini stuff, and then I sell big gigantic stuff. You have two 17.5 by 12 boxes going out. Inches or centimeters? You wanted to buy from me, but I mean, don't feel guilt. Like, just do it, Vintiquity. Just do it. Just do it. Buy from me, because it's a cost of doing business, and I'm doing this to test it out. I want to see what the difference is. Yeah, vintage decor in like estate sales, storage unit finds, vintage decor, even clothing. How many clothing sellers can fit a week's worth of their buyer's stuff into a 13 centimeter box? You can't even fit one Funko Pop into a 13 centimeter box. You can't fit a comic book into a 13 centimeter box. So and I know I've been harping on about that for how long now? So, broken record. I wanted to, how much more amazing magazines can you fit in your store spaces? So many Vintiquity. There's a few of the like ephemery things that I'm wondering if maybe I should bring them to the like there were books that would be great for ephemera that I'm wondering if I should bring them to the ephemera train, is kind of like ephemera. A watch fits. Yes, a watch does fit. You're right. But Donna, what if you had a week's worth of watches? If you had a whole week to ship out? Furnace room, attic, hidden chambers. I mean, if yeah, I mean, there's got to be if your walls don't have insulation in between, you could just, make cut out the drywall and put up some shelves. You're welcome. You're welcome. New DIY trick. Just take off one side of the drywall and put up shelves in between the yeah, there you go. No NRD collects. We are making new storage options so that Vintiquity will buy all the things. Yeah, we're all about we're just trying to help. We're just helping. We're excellent helpers, enablers. Um, Storage Share did a revamp in their basement. It looks fabulous. I saw them last night and was very impressed. Oh, good for them. They've been kicking butt and taking names. Cher and Alex do an amazing job and work really hard. I love that. Alex built a wall. Is it climbable? They are the best couple ever. They're so sweet. Nice brass as well. Are you just saying that to be nice to me? Are you flirting with me? Nice brass. No, they do have nice brass stuff. There's so many. Oh my gosh. So many great Canadian sellers. Dave said. Yes, Alex and Cher do have nice brasses. Lots of nice brass. I like nice brass and I cannot lie. Okay, 10:34. I'm already ready to leave, you guys. I don't feel good. Okay, ask your questions, share your shows, distract me from how bad I'm feeling right now. I have so much to do today. I want to get all of the books from yesterday all wrapped up and into their different boxes. I'm glad that the weekly bungling sounds, sounds accurate. Connecting hours, weekly bundling. Thank you, TJ. I think I've worn these like three shows in a row. So, oh yeah. Vintiquity says, I have some books that have seen better days that will be taken apart and be in the ephemera raid train. Yeah, I was thinking ooh. Oh yeah. I was thinking the Water Babies book that's down at my feet. I might take that and apart. I feel bad. How do I pack my books? Do I pile them and paper wrap them or cellophane them? So what I do with my books is depending on the books. So something like this that's very precious and old will go in tissue paper, and then it goes in a paper wrap. I have like packing paper. I have tons of packing paper. I bought too much packing paper last year, so I have tons of packing paper still. So I use packing paper to wrap the books up nice and tight, so that because in transit they will start to move if it's not to. Have a great day, Dave. Stay safe. Look both ways before you cross the street. Just say no to drugs unless they're the legal kind. So I always try and wrap my books as tight as I can in paper to protect them, also from each other. And then that goes in a box. Or sometimes I will polymail, and I have sometimes wrapped in like added a layer of plastic. Oh, what do you call the stuff? Shrink wrap. I have done shrink wrap to them before, but when I sell books, I tend to sell a lot of books to one person, or like a lot of like people buy multiple books from one of my shows, so I don't usually end up using a poly mailer. So that's how I usually ship. Is I'll wrap the precious ones in tissue paper and then regular paper. The other ones they get wrapped in paper, and then I make sure to ship them with the same concept of it's not going to move. February 1st, 5 amazing Canadian jewelry sellers bringing their best of the best of true antique vintage sterling and gold. It's a small 5 Canadian sellers train, but it is amazing. February 1st, everybody, please bookmark all of those shows. What is the name of the train? What's the name of the train again, Vintiquity? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ali. How are you? And it snowed again last night. Oh, and it's blowing around everywhere. Ugh. Ugh. I hate winter. I hate winter. I'm looking forward to it being over. Engraver of Trees, Forget Me Not Vintage, Zencat Vintage, Trigden, and Vintiquity. Roads are bad with the blowing snow. I can imagine out your way. It is like it's blowing off the roofs here. I hopefully I'll feel better enough to go out and do some shoveling. Jude's Closet, hello, how are you? Tomorrow is Fashion Fridays with Melody Cohn and I. I'm starting a little bit later. I'm starting at 11 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. I know the thumbnail says 10 a.m., but we're starting at 11 a.m. We're actually going to be going live from Vintage Store. So we're going to be going live from a vintage store to talk about live shopping for vintage clothing. So that's going to be a lot of fun with Duchess Thrifts. Yes, everyone be very careful shoveling today. Take lots of breaks. Go inside. Don't overdo it. TJ, KT, message Melody Cohn. Let me just at Melody. She's already got folks booked up until let's see, March. She's already got up until March. She's already got it booked. So Fashion Fridays. Will it be clothing and accessories or just clothes? It's the store's full of clothing and accessories. So I'll be talking first with Duchess Thrifts about selling on Whatnot and that sort of thing. And then Melody will be talking about fashion trends, vintage fashion trends, live shopping, how you do that, live selling from in a live shopping atmosphere. Or are you asking about Angie's raid train? Angie has an awesome raid train. So this one's Fashion Fridays is like a hello Melody. Fashion Fridays is a community. It's not really a train. What we're doing is community chats focused on fashion on Whatnot. And so I do sort of like the seller chats, and then we transition into Melody talking about fashion seller chats, trends, techniques, that sort of thing. And then Melody sells, and then she raids into the seller with a we co-hosted. So every week there's a different co-host, and then that co-host comes on and sort of finishes off the morning. Upcycled and sustainable fashion, yes. I will always love vintage. Makes the most amazing stuff. Okay. But Angie's This and That runs a family fashion and accessories raid train the third Sunday of every month. She's been doing it since what? May? June? May? I can't remember. So if you want to get on board that's Canadian sellers, and it's awesome. Yes, Duchess Vintage Fashion Fridays this week. Yeah, Fashion Fridays. But Angie's This and That does do. Hey, Amy, how are you? Amy's this. Amy. Angie's This and That. You can tell I'm not feeling good. Angie's This and That does a family fashion raid train once a month, and you can message Angie's This and That to get the sign up for that one. She always has a few spaces that open up, and I love it. I did it. I've only done it once so far, and I did really well. I think I only had I had an hour. I sold 70 things in an hour. So not too shabby. Alternating weeks, my husband puts me on spending timeouts or spending freezes. Oh dear, connecting errors. There is a feature on Whatnot now. You can go into your profile, and there is a feature where you can put spending limits on yourself for the week, or amount of time that you watch Whatnot. And this is a super unique thing for, and I think it's a very proactive and socially conscious thing of what not to do. I refuse to do this. But if Whatnot has become an addiction for you, this is a really great way to manage that addiction a little bit. Yeah, I also refuse to do it though. Yeah. So if you go to, let me see, minimize show account. Go to your account, and there's account controls here. See this part? Account controls. Ignore my phone. So, oh God, my watch time is almost a full day. 22 hours and 55 minutes. Oh my God. Watch reminder. So you can set a watch reminder that will say, get notified when you reach your watch. So I can say allow, and I can say this week or this month. Now, that's just a reminder. Or you can set a watch limit. And then there are spend controls. So you can set a value, and it will remind you when you get too close to your spend limit. So you can just have a reminder, so it doesn't stop you, it just reminds you. Or you can actually put a spend limit, and you can't undo that until the week is over. So if you do a spend limit, you have to create a pin, which I'm not going to do. And then yeah, so that is in your account controls. You can actually do that. But yeah, I refuse to. I refuse to. Because I don't want to be, I don't even like looking to know how many hours I spend. I mean, that includes me being live, right? And I'm live almost every single day for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. Yesterday I was on for what, 4 hours? 4 and something hours. So, and Monday I did 3.5 hours. So I'm not surprised at all by those numbers. But it just kind of reminds me I do spend a lot of time on here. Okay. Last, I apologize, but I am feeling really rotten, so I don't want to push myself too far today. So I'm gonna just double check that I haven't missed anybody's questions. Um, um, Bod Sid, I probably said that wrong. I'm going to try having my first show this afternoon, so I'm here to ask all my questions. Awesome. So sorry. Ask your questions. Yes, please ask your questions. I apologize. So welcome to Whatnot, and congratulations. So feel free to ask questions. Ignore the fact that I don't feel well. It's fine. Ask your questions, because that's what I'm here for, and that distracts me. Yeah, so what kind of questions, let's look at your profile while I'm here waiting for you to type. View profile. Sydney, hi. Keychains. Oh, cute little keychains. I would suggest not doing $1 start. That would be my first thing, is change that from $1 to $2 minimum. Because yeah, the reason why I suggest that is because you pay 8% to Whatnot for commission, 2.9% payment processing fee on the price of the item, plus the price of shipping, plus taxes. And there's a 30-cent per item payment processing fee. So even if you want to do 2 for $2, you're going to still save yourself 30 cents by doing it that way. So yeah. So a lot of people don't realize that. They see other sellers selling at $1 starts, and I mean, I've been guilty of that this week. But I say it as I'm doing it. I'm saying, don't do what I do. Yeah, so it's 30-cent payment processing fee per item plus the 2.9%, and then you got your 8%. So on some items, you're only making like 30 cents. Yeah, some it depends on who you're shipping to. If you're shipping to, so if I ship, I'm in Ontario, so if I ship to someone else in Ontario, I can probably clear like 40 cents. Um, maybe 31, 35 cents. But if I was shipping to somebody in a remote part of British Columbia and they're paying $19 for shipping for a $1 item, that adds up pretty quick, right? So I've had it, yeah. So I've had it where I've done $1 start and I've actually been in the negative where I've owed Whatnot money because um, because the shipping was that much more expensive. So that would be my first recommendation for you. If you get a chance, add something to your bio to tell us about what you're doing and what you're about. And I would also recommend you've booked one show, and that's awesome. I'm going to bookmark it. Everybody, please bookmark BOD Sid Sydney Bod Sid. It's at 3:30 p.m. today, so we can all come and help you out. And but I would recommend booking some more shows because people who come in now who bookmark your shows only have one show they're able to bookmark. So, but and also if they come into your show and they see, oh hey, this looks like fun. I like being in this show. I'm going to go bookmark the rest of their shows. If you don't have more shows booked in advance, you don't have. You could do it book like 5 shows for June. I'm trying to remember. Usually I'm saying December, but that's a little too far off. Book 5 shows for June. In fact, when you book a show, when you create a show, I call it booking a show. When you create a show on Whatnot, you hit schedule a show and you go past all of this, blah 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 blah. Um it has this right here. A lot of people miss this does not repeat. You can actually book daily, weekly, monthly shows. Let's just say you're going to have one show a month, and you're going to do it every month, and you can book up to you can book up to 10 shows at once. So you only have to do that work once, and you can then edit and move it. Man of the North, hello, how are you? Your new picture that you have is awesome. I love the new picture you have for your thumbnail. I just had to tell you that. It's a great picture of you. I love that picture so much. Can I shout? Yes, tell everybody what you got. Um, yeah, tell everybody what you got. People are always people will come in just to come and support you and be part of and welcome you to the community. Yeah, I do like that picture. It is an excellent picture. How I approve of that picture. So yeah, and then if you can add more things to your, if you have stuff, if you have I know you only have till 3:30. If you can add 5 things to your buy it now, things you've already made that you could sell off to the side, put those in your buy it now for your show today, so that you've got 5 things that, if somebody bought something else from you, they could add it um to their package. Jesus Causes says, thanks to everyone who came to my show last night. It was great. More deals and steals tonight. And then the one thing that I will recommend to you, Sydney, is you're going to make mistakes. That is perfectly normal and okay. And do not worry. It's all going to be all right. Flatback charms, DTF keychains, DTF keychain transfers, kids blanks, sunnies, ooh, display items, TS stuff, general craft supplies. You're going to have a lot of crafty people who are here right now who are going to be coming to visit you. That is awesome. And also remember that it takes time to build yourself an audience. You're starting out at 0, and you will get there. It takes time. It totally takes time, and so give it that time. It doesn't happen overnight, and you're going to learn as you go, and you're going to make mistakes as you go. And the most important thing is that things change all the time on Whatnot. And yeah, and as Pickle says, remember you will be with friends. Exactly, April. You are awesome. Um, you're gonna get to know us and you're not gonna want to leave. You're not gonna want to quit. Even when it isn't going great. You're not gonna want to quit because we're with you. We're with you. And try to enjoy yourself as much as possible. Bundle a buy it now or auction an item at a time. Totally up to you. I would say if you were doing, like, say you were doing a bunch of keychains, right? Um, say you were going to do a bunch of keychains, you had different DTF transfers already on the keychains. Put like 5 of them out, or 6 of them out in front of the camera and say on choice, and run them, pick 2 for $2, or pick 2 for $3, whatever you want to do. $5, I don't, your price is your price. You do not have to start at $1. um then your audience can bid, you can auction it, or you can have stuff in your buy it now. There's like 150 different ways to Whatnot. It's totally up to you what you feel most comfortable with. I would have some things in your buy it now, and I would run your clearance, like you're clearing out your overstock. I would clear that out by doing auction style. um yeah, and Storage Share says I wouldn't recommend. Alex from Storage Share says I wouldn't recommend dollar starts. By the way, Alex, I don't know if you were here for when um 15 with ADHD says that you and Share have good brass. She likes good brass and she cannot lie. Bodseed says I won't start at $1 per your recommendation, but definitely will still be cheap, so come on by. Yes. um it's basically a heat transfer. It transfers, so it's DTF. I know, so it looks like these are DTF. That's DTF transfer. You sold like 68 brass pieces last night. Holy cow, good for you. Nice brasses. DTF means something else. Digital transfer film. Thank you, Nino and Skylar. What does oh god, I wouldn't acronym that, but everyone does DTF. Okay, now I'm saying it. YouTube is probably having a field day right now, aren't they? The kids on YouTube. Oh no, it means direct. I see it now. I asked Lord Google. I asked Lord Google. Well, in printing, it stands for direct to film. The slang term is common in dating apps, while direct to film is a modern digital printing technique used for personalized apparel and hard goods, offering flexibility across different platforms. Or it's a vulgar phrase signaling readiness for casual sexual encounters. Well, I can tell you for sure I am not. Oh, there's also DTG. Look at this. See? DTG versus DTF. I know. I know. From supported to embarrassed in less than 3 minutes. I know. Now I have to find out if there's a slang term for DTG. Oh, good Lord above. What is the world coming to? Do you know, once upon a time, we didn't have text messaging, and we would write notes with full words and pass them in class. You did someone get it muted for emojis? Oh my gosh. Connecting. um I love it. Okay, hang on. I need a drink. Donna, I need a drink. Can you take a shot for me? Thank you. See, the eggplant is okay, and I think eggplant is only okay thanks to the Hodgepodge place, because that's like her little emoji symbol. And if they were ever to ban the eggplant symbol, then like all the Hodges would freak out. All the Hodge hose would freak out. So yeah, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. I will pretend this is no cantaloupe. Crafting world with sexual innuendos. I know. Could you imagine if somebody was like, if somebody messaged you because they thought that when you said you had DTF transfers, then yeah. Anyways, um, see, can't see that either. You tried. You're just gonna have to Google it. Okay, everybody. Last call to share your shows and ask your question. Boobs is not. That is so weird. Peacock didn't get red chatted for saying boobs. So weird. Maybe it's because you said no boobs. I know I was supposed to go 100 times ago, but that's okay. That's all right. Okay. So it says ready to start your show. Yeah, I'm ready to start my show. Whatnot. Thanks for asking. Okay. Share your shows. Share your shows while I do this. Who haven't we gone into before? Who's on right now? Shanimation is on. Have we done Shanimation before? I feel like we've done Shanimation before. Let's look at new sellers. It does not tell me. Son of a nutcracker. All right, it's not telling me. Vintage Goods by Ruda has a show tonight. It red chatted you, Ella. I Will Always Love Vintage has her first show back in a long time tonight. Everyone, please go support my friend Allie. I Will Always Love Vintage, one of the OGs of Whatnot, and one of the reasons that I'm on Whatnot. No problem. Have a great show. I don't know if I'm going to make it in Sydney, but good luck on your show. Thank you, Man of the North. You were awesome. You should have finished your paperwork. Go back to your paperwork. What is a jewelry gold Wolfpack? Jewelry, gold filled jewelry, skincare, and handbags. Hey, Wolfpack Canada, that sounds awesome. Storage share, we run everything at $3 every Wednesday at 6:03 p.m. Jewelry, clothes, everything imaginable, everything, and the kitchen sink. Oh, 300 matte claw clips if anyone wants one of those. I Will Always Love Vintage probably would. She can do amazing things with everything. Elvery is on? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Jude's Closet. We will go there. Please hold. Do 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 do. All right. Raid Elvery. There we go. Elvery Vintage. Let's do this. Pickle says Wolfpack has some beautiful things. Awesome. And Jude's Closet is on almost Jude's Closet says I'm on most evenings with clothing and accessories. I don't plan on driving except to go to bowling later, which no, I might. No, I'm not going to bowling. Son of a nutcracker! I've got a meeting tonight. Anyways, I'm not going bowling, but I am. I will be driving into town, and that's as far as I'm going. 1 kilometer there, 1 kilometer back. I love you guys so much. Have an awesome day. I will see you tomorrow for Fashion Fridays at 11 a.m. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Let's